3 days later in the examination room, the system announced achieved 100 accumulated points. Franca was in agony, caught between feelings of pain, sweetness, and elation. Qin Yuan was preparing to leave at that moment. Lady Franca, I've gained a deeper understanding of the holy light faith. Franca, looking enchanting, wanted to keep Qin Yuan there to make up for that night. Qin Yuan, with a slightly cheeky demeanor, asked, "What's wrong? Does the holy light rod want to keep me here? I'm scared." But her response shattered his beautiful dream. "I just wanted to remind you about Lai Saiki. It seems he has some ill intentions towards you. I don't know the specifics, but I've witnessed his cruel tactics against the demon race. If he has his eye on you, you should be cautious." Qin Yuan nodded. "I understand. Don't worry. Even for the sake of continuing to receive the cleansing ritual from Lady Franca, I can't just go away easily." Hearing that gave her a bit more reassurance. But under the holy light, could this merely be a haunting thought? What was it really? Now Qin Yuan was walking down an alley, guided by the moonlight. He paused and said, "I've noticed you all following me for a while now. If you're not going to make a move, I'm heading home." Qin Yuan looked back and saw several figures appearing. In total, there were 5 of them, led by a bald man who said, "Just a weak priest, but not too slow." Qin Yuan scoffed at them and replied, "Looking at your outfits, you must be mercenaries, right? If you want to do something, hurry up. It won't be convenient for your heads to scatter when I chop them off later." The bald man fumed with anger. "What? Our mission is to take your head. Then let me have some fun with you guys first. This will be my first move." He spoke with the flair of a game master, then drew a card. Guess whether it's a dark sorceress or a trap card. A special summoning portal appeared under the drawn card, summoning a 5-star monster, Yun Shu-Han. Yun Shu-Han appeared and immediately scolded Qin Yuan. "Who are you calling a monster?" "Sorry, I got a bit excited," Qin Yuan said. Yun Shu-Han asked, "Why did I end up here? What's going on with you?" Qin Yuan explained, "I'm being hunted by this guy, so I summoned you to help me fight back against the enemies. After all, I'm just a weak priest." The group frowned, saying, "We never expected this priesthood of summoning, but that summoned beast is impressive. Let's enjoy it a bit before we kill it." Young Shu-Han heard this and her expression turned serious. "Are you calling me a summoned beast?" "Hey, Qin Yuan, do you want me to deal with these trash?" Qin Yuan replied gently, "Yes. Even though they are murderers and thieves, I hope you'll go easy on them." Young Shu-Han nodded and immediately took action. This might be a bit difficult. Seeing their insult, the bald leader prepared to strike back. "How dare you look down on us? Kill them so they can feel the power of the all-dead mercenary group." The purple-robed wizard began casting a fireball spell, but was instantly cut in half by Yun Shu-Han. Then she attacked the other 2. Yun Shu-Han's strikes had no openings. Damn it, why have I never seen such strange swordsmanship before? Qin Yuan watched and praised. It seems senior sister Yun has improved a lot during this time. Suddenly, Qin Yuan felt a sharp pain as a 20 centimeters dagger stabbed him from behind. The assassin lurking behind revealed himself as a threat, a summoned beast. If the summoned beast body dies, the summoner cannot maintain it. With a sudden flash, Qin Yuan transformed into a cloud of smoke. The assassin barely had time to react. This has to be the body replacement technique, everyone thought. Qin Yuan appeared behind him and started to lecture. "I'm not that knave. A famous swordsman from Japan once said, 'A wound to the back is a disgrace for a swordsman.'" The assassin charged at him. "So what? You're just a mage." Qin Yuan smirked. "For the moment you let me get close, you lost. My body may be weak, but if you think I'm just a mage, then perhaps I'm a melee mage." The assassin took a punch full of power from Mage Qin Yuan. One hit, first achievement for Qin Yuan. Earned 300 gold for Qin Yuan. The assassin lost consciousness in disbelief. "And there's love behind my punch?" Qin Yuan smiled, adding a Taki's illusion technique. "Now you have to willingly drown in my enchanting illusion." The other 3 were also taken down expertly by Yun Shu-Han, lying on the ground, unclear if they were alive or dead. She brushed off her hands and said, "Be careful, you might end up killed by me. Sorry, you might not be the mastermind behind this." Qin Yuan didn't care much and replied, "It's fine, I can guess anyway." "Then thank you, senior sister Yun, for your help. I'll take you back now." He pulled out a card to cancel the summon. Yun Shu-Han stopped him, saying, "What do you take me for? A tool you call when you need and send away when you don't." Qin Yuan quickly defended himself. "No, I absolutely don't think that way. I'm just worried that you might not like it. So, what do you want, senior sister Yun?" Young Shu-Han shyly said, "What do I want? I want you to keep me here for a night. When a girl is this forward, it means she really wants it," Qin Yuan thought. In a hotel somewhere, Qin Yuan took Yun Shu-Han to rent a room. The hotel had many special rooms prepared for couples. "May I ask if you have any specific needs?" the clerk inquired. Qin Yuan smiled and replied, "Of course, I like the most exciting room you have." Young Xu Han, slightly named behind him, asked, "What's so strange about a hotel in this world? What does most exciting mean?" Qin Yuan laughed and said, "You'll find out when we get there. It's much more thrilling than the hotels you're used to. I can teach you some new skills in our hotel room." In the hotel room, young Xu Han opened the cupboard. Inside were various plant-like toys. She curiously picked one up to examine it. "What is this creature? I've never seen anything like it before. It looks very strange." "Ha ha! First it's strange, then it's familiar. Qin Yuan would definitely use it soon enough." She pressed the button and it started to vibrate. Young Xu Han blushed, surprised, and asked, "What on earth is this?" Qin Yuan wrapped his arms around her from behind and explained, "Senior sister, I can see you don't quite understand. Don't worry, we can take our time to figure out how to use these things." Young Xu Han sat on the bed, her eyes filled with affection as she asked, "What you want to do?" Qin Yuan smiled and replied, "It's nothing, just wanted you to experience a bit of cultural difference." The noises from the two of them reached the reception hall, leaving the receptionist to misunderstand and think there was an earthquake. Could it be that beastmen are here in our room today? The next day, at the Grand Holy Light Temple, 3 people, Yi Lei Na, Qin Yuan, and Lai Sai Qi, were gathered there. Qin Yuan yawned, clearly tired. Yi Lei Na asked with concern, "Are you okay? Did you not get enough sleep last night?" Qin Yuan replied, "Yeah, I had to study some things last night, so I went to bed a bit late." Lai Sai Qi took the chance to tease Qin Yuan right away. "Today is the day we meet the High Priest. Your current state is disrespectful to the Holy Light." Qin Yuan immediately retorted, "Bringing that foul odor to meet the great High Priest is truly disrespectful." Lai Sai Qi grew angry. "What did you say?" Qin Yuan replied, "It's you who is at fault. From the very first time I met you, I could smell that low and disgusting odor that resembles the stench of the demon clan." Qin Yuan felt a bit startled, but still sneered. "You're just a child throwing insults. I won't bother with you." He thought to himself, how does he know this? Does this guy have some extraordinary intuition? Just then, the door blew open and the great high priest stepped in. A tall, middle-aged man with a commanding presence looked at Qin Yuan and said, "This must be the newcomer introduced by Yi Lei Na, right?" Qin Yuan bowed his head. "I pay my respects to the great high priest." Inside, Qin Yuan marveled. The divine aura is so strong. He truly is the great high priest. The high priest spoke gently. "You and I are both followers of the Holy Light. There's no need for such formality. Recently, the demon clan has been growing increasingly audacious. I have 3 missions to assign to you. Lai Sai Qi, your mission is to eliminate the demon clan squad outside the city." Lai Sai Qi responded reverently, "I will definitely eliminate the demon clan and not tarnish the name of the Holy Light." The high priest continued, "Recently, there have been reports of some demon clan members appearing in the city. Yi Lei Na, your mission is to capture the hidden demon clan members within the city." Yi Lei Na responded to the order. "Understood, high priest." The high priest then turned to Qin Yuan. "Your mission is to go to the main headquarters of Hong Yu Yi." Qin Yuan replied immediately, "I understand, I will go." But then he suddenly realized, "Wait, did you say headquarters?" The high priest nodded. "That's right. Recently, the church received intelligence that the Hong Yu Yi headquarters seems to be planning to sell a group of demon clan slaves. Your mission is to stop this transaction to prevent the demon clan from entering our great holy city." Yelena questioned on Qin Yuan's behalf, "Isn't this mission a bit difficult for Qin Yuan?" The high priest chuckled lightly and drew out a provocation. "The Holy Light Church does not need useless people. Yelena, do you not trust the person you chose?" Qin Yuan knew he couldn't avoid it, so he agreed. "I understand now. Thank you, high priest. To prove that Yelena's choice was not wrong, I accept this mission." Yelena felt deeply moved. "Qin Yuan, are you really taking on such a difficult task for my sake? I need to find a way to help him. Here, take this money," she said, offering him a stack of cash. Qin Yuan looked at her, puzzled. "Why are you giving me so much money?" he asked. The Hong Yu Yi Association had a powerful background. It was practically impossible to take their slaves by force. The only current option was to buy them back with money. Qin Yuan sighed helplessly. "Ah, you really are a rich girl, thinking of that solution." He politely refused her offer. "Thank you for your kindness, but I've already figured out how to complete the mission. Plus, the price for the Met clan slaves is really high. We should save our money." Helena looked at him with curiosity. "What do you have in mind?" Qin Yuan smiled softly. "Hey, I have a clever plan." That night, near a certain clubhouse, a carriage was stopped. "Clear the way. Don't block Lord Weston's path." It turned out a weak girl was sitting there crying. The driver, seeing she wouldn't move, shouted angrily, "Get out of the way, you filthy woman! Who do you think you are, blocking the master's fun at the main event? Do you really think you can make up for this?" A fat man stepped out of the carriage and asked, "What's going on here?" The woman finally spoke up, "I'm sorry, I accidentally fell and can't get up." Then she used her skill, evil charming smile, and illusionary body magic. At this point, you probably know who she is. The blonde nobleman was instantly enchanted and said, "It's okay. Let me help you along a bit." 10 minutes later, they arrived at the Hong Yu Yi Association, and the driver felt something was off. "That's strange, it's been a while. Usually the master only takes about 2 minutes." After that, Qin Yuan disguised himself as this nobleman and went inside. "The lady is still resting in the carriage. Don't open the door until I return, understood?" "Yes, sir, understood." Qin Yuan walked confidently into the association. This skill is really effective. Everyone around thinks he is Wanstone. This identity is just a temporary disguise for a while the real person was crying silently in the carriage. The receptionist saw him and greeted him warmly. "Oh, isn't this Mr. Wanstone? What can I do for you today?" "Same as usual." Qin Yuan began to play his part. "Yes, same as usual." Meanwhile, he thought to himself, "I need to perform this perfectly. I can't let anything slip." It turned out that same as usual meant lying in bed waiting for someone to come. 2 women in the group were flattering him. "Wanstone, we miss you so much. You still look so handsome and charming." They began whispering among themselves, "It's just like before. It'll be over in a few minutes. This fat guy really makes it easy to earn money." Qin Yuan heard this and replied with disdain, "You won't be making money that easily today." A notification popped up saying that the experience points for the unlimited charming technique had leveled up. The receptionist approached politely and asked, "May I help you with anything, Mr. Wanstone?" Qin Yuan glanced at the 2 girls lounging on the bed and asked, "I heard you have a new shipment in. Do you have anything a little stronger?" The receptionist put on a professional demeanor and said, "Our goal is to satisfy all our customers' needs. We actually just got a new shipment of premium merchandise. Please follow me." Inside a slave-holding area, there were 3 beautiful, flawless demon slaves imprisoned there. The receptionist introduced them. These 3 demon slaves are rare sisters, and they have untouched bodies. Which one would Mr. Wanstone like to enjoy? Qin Yuan quietly thought, "Indeed, these guys are trafficking enslaved demons." Then he pretended to speak like Wanstone, saying, "A newly chosen child? Of course I'll take them all. I'll buy all 3. "Really? This is a big deal. Mr. Wanstone, may I ask if you'll be using cash or a check?" "This is a check. Write whatever amount you want. My father is wealthy in this city." "I have nothing but money," he thought casually, "since it's not my money anyway." Seeing this, she showcased her enticing quality to Qin Yuan. "Mr. Wanstone, you're truly a VIP client. Why not buy me too? Next time, I promise I'll let them go first, and then I'll prepare some clean clothes. I want to take them home right away." He chuckled bitterly to himself. After transforming, his allure probably wasn't that high. "It seems the value of money is on par with my own appeal. I'll let them go now. You can take the opportunity to bond with them a bit while I go grab some things." Qin Yuan, with Wanstone's face, smiled kindly and said, "Don't worry, I won't hurt you. First, I'll free you from these binds." The girls looked at Qin Yuan with a mix of fear and skepticism. Qin Yuan then transformed into his true form and said, "I'm sorry, I forgot to change back. Don't be scared. I'm just like you, a member of the demon clan. I'm the one who saved you." The system notified him that the charm had worked successfully, granting him 80 accumulation points. The girls saw a handsome guy and realized they were of the same clan, so they began to move closer. Indeed, members of the demon clan were all very good looking. Is this really the guy for me? They were told not to get overly excited. "I'll get you out of here, just don't let anything go wrong," Qin Yuan added with a wry smile. Your attitudes changed quickly. This world really does judge by appearances. Just then, the attendant brought over some clothing, and everything was ready. "Oh, who are you?" Qin Yuan used Shuai Lai Nagan to create an illusion. "I'm your master. You're my pet. You remember me?" The girl was enchanted by the illusion and froze for a moment before being transformed into an adorable little dog. "Yes, master. I'm your dog." Qin Yuan looked at Wanstone's appearance and decided to continue with his plan. After changing his clothes, he said, "You have to follow me, and you need to look as natural as possible." The people outside saw Wanstone impersonating him along with 3 sisters, and they were in awe. No wonder he's Wanstone, pulling off something so big like this with triplets. Impressive. When you have money, you can do anything. Wanstone was strutting ahead, barking. "What are you looking at? How did you ever seen anything like this?" The 4 of them managed to slip out the door. Qin Yuan thought, "It seems safe here, so you all need to leave quickly." Just then, the real Wanstone appeared at the door with the receptionist. "Hurry, catch the imposter." Someone get those 3 slaves. Qin Yuan realized he couldn't pretend anymore. His identity had been exposed. There's no other choice, he thought, pulling the 3 girls along as he shouted, "Quick, follow me!" Behind him, a crowd was chasing, yelling, "Stop right there." Qin Yuan silently cursed, "Damn it, running like this isn't a solution. But if I fight back, I'll reveal who I really am." At that moment, Yai Lai Na appeared. "Qin Yuan, what are you doing here?" Qin Yuan felt like he had found a lifeline and shouted, "Yai Lai Na, you came at the perfect time. There's no time to explain. Help me deal with the bad guys behind us." She immediately responded, "No problem. Just trust me to handle this. I'll take care of it." Elena stepped forward to use her holy light barrier. The group was furious, shouting, "What is this? Let us through right now." 30 minutes later, at Yelena's estate, the 3 demon girls looked a bit scared, glancing at her with uncertainty. Qin Yuan explained, "The mission of the High Priestess is to kill these demon slaves. What do you mean by bringing them here?" "I want to spare them," Yelena said, feeling helpless. "But they are demons." Qin Yuan began his persuasion. "I know they are demons. So what? Demons and humans are the same, both capable of good and evil. If humans do not distinguish themselves, enslaving and killing demons, then how are humans and demons any different?" Helena sighed, "I can help you hide this, but you can't keep them here. I previously saved up to buy some teleportation stones, which can send them to a safe place, away from humans for good." Then he used a teleportation stone. A teleportation array appeared under the feet of the 3 girls. With a whoosh, the 3 girls were transported to a lake. They were astonished and asked, "Where is this?" Moding Shuang and Feng Ling King appeared above the lake. Feng Ling King said, "Miss Feng King, look, it's the new harem of Qin Yuan. It seems there are a few new girls here." Moding Shuang replied, "It's clear that we are already here. I absolutely won't forgive that annoying guy next time." It turned out this was Qin Yuan's space where he had transported these 3 girls to increase the number of his harem. Moding Shuang smirked and said, "Don't be so angry. You scared the girls." Feng Ling King retorted, "Actually, you're the one who scared them." The 3 girls, frightened, begged, "Please don't eat us. We aren't tasty at all. If you want to eat someone, go ahead. I have plenty of meat up front." Moding Shuang proudly showed off her curves, "More than I have." The 3 girls blushed and stared in awe. One of them exclaimed, "So beautiful. She's definitely bigger than us. Big sister, are you a succubus too?" She mischievously licked her lips. "That you 3 should call me big sister, and I'll teach you how to survive." Feng Ling King looked around and felt a bit anxious. Moding Shuang truly was intimidating. Then they saw a young girl from the demon race tied up in a Japanese style. With a scary expression, Moding Shuang said, "I've taken care of one of them. Who's next to be taught a lesson?" The other 2 looked a little embarrassed. We really don't want to. It's strange seeing you like this, sister. You won't let us escape. If we don't train properly, we won't please that guy, you know." Feng Ling King noticed the odd ties and felt herself blush. Sister Mo usually seems indifferent, but I think she's actually jealous. I feel like she's taking her frustration out on these guys. Moding Shuang shifted her focus to Feng Ling King. "Junior Feng, you should join in too. This is a rare opportunity." Feng Ling King stepped back. "No, I won't. Don't bring me into this, please." Meanwhile, back at the Holy Light Society's chapel, the devoted members were praying earnestly. Qin Yuan was sitting in a room when he sneezed as if someone was scolding him from behind. He smugly muttered, "Ha, I wonder who's thinking about me. Being this handsome is such a hassle." Franca immediately cut him off, saying, "Stop talking nonsense. You let the demon clan go on your own. This mission has failed, and you might face punishment for it." Qin Yuan started pleading, "That's why I'm here to help you, Sister Franca. You're so kind that you surely wouldn't want to see me punished, right? Please help me see if there's a way to reconcile with the high priest." Franca replied, "Lucky for you, the church just received a request for help. A girl, the daughter of one of the wealthy families, has been kidnapped by an underground gang in the city. If you can rescue her, it will be a great achievement." Qin Yuan perked up. "Really? Quickly, tell me more details so I can go save her right now." Franca held out her foot to stop him, saying, "Hold on." She implied that you can't expect something from nothing. If you want information, you'll have to trade for it. You're really something. Qin Yuan took her foot in his hands, grinning proudly. "Hey, so I see you're all set. When it comes to foot massages, I'm a professional." Franca's moans echoed throughout the church. What was that sound? It seems like it came from Lady Franca. A nearby voice chimed in. "This must be the great Franca punishing the evil cult. She's only trying to protect our safety. Long live the great Franca." The others agreed, nodding along. Yes, that's definitely it. Long live the great Franca. Long live the great Franca. Meanwhile, their great Franca was trying to silence all the noise. Qin Yuan heard the commotion outside and teased. "Looks like in the eyes of her followers, you're still the most honest holy light staff." She shyly replied, "My faith in the holy light has weakened because you showed me something deeper. Deeper still. This is going to be tough. Do you guys think the same?" Qin Yuan brought the conversation back to the point. "So, what's the lead on this assignment? Can you share it with me? I can use a mind-checking spell to find out where the kidnapped person is. The underground gang that took her is called the Razor Gang. How do we plan to rescue her?" In front of them stood the headquarters of the Razor Gang. Qin Yuan was hiding in a nearby bush, starting to observe the situation. The Razor Gang, their leader is named Jamie, known as Razor, who has some serious skills, but is a bit of a womanizer. Qin Yuan immediately made a plan. Boom! He transformed in a cloud of smoke and walked up to the Razor Gang's entrance to ask about it. He inquired, "Is this the Razor Gang?" He had taken on the form of an alluring red-haired girl. The doorman quickly replied, "That's right, miss. What can I do for you?" Qin Yuan said, "Of course your boss is looking for me. As for the reason, shouldn't you know your boss better than I do?" The doorman's expression turned serious at this. He said, "The boss went out looking for girls and has never brought one back before. Are you up to something?" Qin Yuan used a seductive tone and replied, "How could that be? I'm just a girl who'd struggled to even break a branch. The guards were charmed by her skillful allure. She has a point. We should let her in." Qin Yuan cheerfully walked inside, saying, "Thank you so much." Once inside, he admired, "Wow, I didn't expect it to be this spacious inside. The decor is quite lavish. These gangsters really have money." At the end of the hallway, there was a room with two big intimidating guides. They were chatting, "Head, it's just two women. Do we really need to keep such a close watch?" "You don't understand," one of them replied. "The father of that young lady has nothing but money. This is a big deal." Qin Yuan walked over, and the two men seemed bored with their task. "Do you want to come over and have a little fun?" he offered with an inviting gesture. The two lustful guys fell into the trap. "Sure, we could use a break." One of them responded. With a couple of grunts, Qin Yuan took down the two of them. "Sorry, this fun might be a bit much for you," he said hurriedly as he pushed the door open. "Miss, are you in here? I'm here to save you," he called out. Before him appeared two women. On the right was a beautiful blonde, and on the left was a slightly unattractive girl with black hair. Guess which one Qin Yuan will choose. The girl with black hair looked like she had seen her savior and teared up. Qin Yuan picked the stunning blonde first. "There's no need to be afraid. I'll rescue the young miss right away." The blonde shouted, "Quick, save her first." Qin Yuan smiled gently. "I understand. Don't worry. I'll get your maid out. Just hang tight." The blonde girl exclaimed in shock, "But she's a young lady." Qin Yuan's face instantly turned pale. "Is that so?" "Ha ha, how funny. All that effort to win her over, and now it's all gone to waste." He started to untie the young lady. Just as he removed the cloth from her mouth, she immediately scolded him, "You jerk. No matter how you look at it, I'm the one who should inherit my father's legacy. I'm the one who's stunning, not some unrefined person like you." Qin Yuan skillfully eased the awkward situation with his handsome face and an apology. "Sorry, young lady, I must be blind." But this proud young lady was so bold. Why did his heart race? System notification. Charm successful. Receive 100 accumulation points. Forget it, ignorance isn't a crime. Let's just get out of here. She initially wanted to keep scolding him, but couldn't bring herself to do it. Really, it's all about being captivated by a guy. Girls' moods are indeed hard to predict. Qin Yuan started finding excuses to comfort himself. "I get it. You're truly a beauty, right? You must have been mistreated by those wicked people to end up like this. Wait, no, I came here because..." He cut her off. "It's okay. Just leave it to me." After that, Qin Yuan quickly exchanged one of his skills in the store and pulled the young lady closer. He performed a complete makeover, restoring her beauty. The maid turned pale with fear and shouted, "Miss." After a moment, Qin Yuan was satisfied with his work. "All right, it's done. You transformed from an ugly girl into a goddess." "Wow, that's strange. I don't feel any pain at all. On the contrary, my face feels beautiful." The maid exclaimed in amazement. "Ah, I really have turned into a beauty." "What? Are you saying I was ugly before?" The young lady reacted. "I didn't mean it that way, miss," the maid stammered. A round of applause suddenly interrupted their conversation. A bald but impressive-looking man appeared, daring to come in and kidnap my hostages. "I see you don't think much of the boss of the Razor Gang." Qin Yuan stepped in front of the two girls, furious. "Damn it, picking on two girls, what kind of person does that make you? If you're tough, come at me one-on-one." The bald man, speaking with disdain, replied, "Are you really that good at fighting? What does it matter if you can fight? To get ahead, you need strength and connections. What's your background?" Qin Yuan confidently declared his backing. "I am from the Holy Light Society, and my boss is the Grand Priest, the chief of our sect." The bald man remained unyielding. "No matter who's protecting you, kid, if you dare act recklessly in my territory, I won't let you off the hook." He immediately gave the order, saying, "Huff, catch that brat for me." A girl with red hair, fully dressed and wielding a whip, stepped forward. "Understood. Leave him to me. I'll make sure to clean this up." She responded eagerly, "Don't worry, boss. I'll make him completely disappear." Then she said teasingly while licking her lips, "Of course, I'll have my fun with him first." Her name was Max. Qin Yuan replied, "You're clearly a beauty. Why would you do such dirty work for him?" "Hey, is that a paradox? Just because I'm beautiful doesn't mean I can't do a bit of killing, right, Qin Yuan?" she retorted, swinging her whip toward him. As a player skilled in illusion magic, Qin Yuan used Shai Lei Nagan, or illusionary body magic, to create an illusionary scene. "Oh, what's this?" Qin Yuan appeared like a deity, welcoming you to my channel. She looked down her nose and said, "Is this an illusion? Listen, kid, this kind of trick won't work on someone like me." With that, she found herself tied up with ropes and started struggling to break free. "Let me go. I absolutely don't find you cute at all." Moments later, a whip struck her, leaving her body in pain. "Ah, this is strange. If it's all an illusion, why does the pain feel so real?" Qin Yuan mocked, holding the whip smugly. "Then I'll make sure you cry out for your mommy and daddy." She shut her mouth defiantly. "Huff, don't underestimate me. Even in this little illusion, no matter how much you whip me, I won't beg for your mercy." 2 hours later, she was out of breath, filled with a mix of pain and exhaustion. "Can't handle just 3,000 lashes already," the system announced, noting the experience points for the unlimited charming technique had leveled up. A bald man lounging comfortably with his legs crossed looked up when the girl returned. "Why so slow? With that outfit of yours, it looks like you had a lot of fun with that kid. You finished him off, right?" She stood at the door, expressionless, and replied, "Of course, my master." The bald guy was very surprised. "Master, this is the first time you've called me that. Looks like you haven't had enough fun yet. What's up? You want me to keep playing with you?" She stepped behind him. He spoke gently. "That's right. Then please close your eyes." The bald guy obediently closed his eyes, wondering what game they were going to play next. Oh no, this is it for me. This game was a matter of life and death for him. The rope started to take away his breath bit by bit. He struggled and shouted, "What are you doing?" "Ah!" The mastermind pushed the door open and walked in. "You're really despicable, but you've made a fatal mistake. You shouldn't have let this woman deal with me," Qin Yuan said with a somewhat villainous air. The bald guy continued to struggle defiantly. At that moment, he just wanted to grab Qin Yuan and take him away. But what was meant to happen would happen. In the end, he lost his life regretfully at the hands of a close subordinate. Qin Yuan began to plan how to clean up the aftermath. "Max, you have dry explosives in your central headquarters." After that, he disguised himself as a bald man and instructed his underlings, "We need to go deliver the hostage. You all stay alert at the headquarters and don't leave until I get back. Do you understand?" "Got it, boss." He casually left with 3 others, receiving respectful nods from his subordinates. A few minutes later, bombs were set up everywhere. The underlings, curious about the strange objects, gathered around. "Hey, is there something on the door?" "Yeah, it's weird. Is that a clock?" "But why is there a clock hanging here?" "Right? Ha ha, those 3 fools are going to explode," and die laughing. Outside the gang's headquarters, the lights shone brightly. With a loud bang, flames erupted, filling the area with smoke and spreading the sound of explosions across several blocks. It became the brightest house of the night. Qin Yuan and the 3 others discreetly withdrew, hiding their identities and appearances. Under the light of the explosion, Qin Yuan's face looked like that of a crime lord. The 3 girls watching were captivated by Qin Yuan, all thinking the same thing. He's truly impressive. Notification system activated successfully, earning 100 accumulation points. In the mansion of the young lady, her family's butler was receiving guests. "I'm glad you're okay. The old master just received the news and is on his way back now." She turned to Qin Yuan and said, "Wait until my father comes back. I'll make sure he rewards you." Qin Yuan thought to himself, there's no need to be so polite, but deep down, she worried. With such a change in her, would her father even recognize her? Wanstone hurried over. "Daughter, you're back. It turns out you know this person." Qin Yuan found herself face to face with Wanstone, the victim from the incident involving the 3 demon girls. How could it be him? What followed was a touching reunion between father and daughter. With his precious daughter safe, Wanstone exclaimed, "Thank goodness. If anything had happened to you, how would I explain it to your late mother?" Father should think twice. Wanstone reminded himself, how will I even explain this at the ball? Unable to contain her curiosity, Qin Yuan intruded on this emotional moment. "Mr. Wanstone," she asked, "don't you want to confirm whether this is really your daughter?" Wanstone looked at Qin Yuan as if she were foolish. "What are you talking about? My daughter has always been this beautiful. Besides, our family has had the same birthmark for generations. There's absolutely no way I could mistake her." Qin Yuan felt a bit helpless. So you guys just casually use someone else's identity, but isn't that a problem? Wanstone looked puzzled, moved closer to Qin Yuan and said, but why do I feel like I've seen you before? Have we met somewhere? Qin Yuan quickly denied it. Maybe you're mistaken. You're so famous that it's natural for regular people to have seen you many times. Running into someone who looks similar is pretty common. The young lady spoke up. If the two of you have met, then that's great. Qin Yuan, you've worked hard to save me, so we should thank him a little. Yeah, that makes sense. To celebrate my daughter's safe return, I've decided to throw a big party. You, as her benefactor, absolutely must come. I'll give you a big gift at the party. Okay, I can't refuse that. Qin Yuan replied with a slightly resigned expression. After all, this guy isn't the best of people, but he does have a lot of money. It's best not to waste it. The next day in the basement of Lai Saiki's house, Lai Saiki, here's today's report. Please take a look. His eyes were immediately drawn to Qin Yuan, who had made the front page thanks to the rescue mission yesterday. Lai Saiki read the article and couldn't contain his anger. Damn it. How can a backward, smelly guy represent the Holy Light Society like this? It's a huge disgrace. He took up his whip, unleashing his fury on the female slaves nearby. Spare me! Please give me a little. Shut up. You despicable creatures of the undead, you don't even deserve to live in this world. You should be grateful to be my slaves now, do you understand? The maid watching this was the succubus Care, who held a mirror as if to record the scene. When Qin Yuan returned to his room, he hurriedly looked for someone. Ali Xiao Ruan, I'm back. I'm so tired. Could you help me prepare? Instead, Wai-Za and Shi Wai appeared. Long time, no see. Hello, master. He was surprised and asked, what are you doing here? Shi Wai sat on the bed and explained, just like Ali and the others got in, we wanted to help you too. Wai-Za interrupted her, his long tail flicking. Your movements are so graceful. Seems like someone saw them. Shi Wai was messing with Wai-Za's chest as a way to get back at her. What do you think you're doing? Clearly, it's you who's not acting like a lady, Qin Yuan thought, his face turning red. Is this really the Horn tribe? Seeing Qin Yuan's expression, Shi Wai smiled knowingly. Good food only needs the simplest preparation. At that moment, Qin Yuan was daydreaming about the beach, enjoying his sweet coconut drink with the ocean breeze. He was soaking in the bathtub, feeling like he was sipping coconut water on the beach. The fight scenes between Qin Yuan and the two girls were edited out of this part of the story. Sorry, everyone. System notification. Unlock character card Wai-Za, 4-star level, skill, Bull Rush. Unlock character card Shi Wai, 4-star level, skill, Dragon Transformation. Shi Wai suddenly remembered something while lying on the bed. Right, Lord Care told you to use the magic mirror to contact her tonight. Be careful, don't let anyone else find out. Where's the magic mirror? Oh, I have to hide it in the toilet because I need to change clothes. It's an emergency. Toilet? Qin Yuan couldn't believe what he was hearing and asked again. As soon as he entered the restroom, he felt slightly lightheaded. This situation was a bit strange. Care's image appeared in the mirror. It had been a long time since Qin Yuan last saw her. I am Care, Qin Yuan said teasingly. I never expected to run into you here. But then again, it's not surprising. A low-level succubus like you has probably never encountered a mystical artifact like this magical mirror. Oh, really? Do mystical artifacts like this actually get used? Qin Yuan thought the placement of the magical mirror was just so-so. Care, not understanding the situation, asked, what are you talking about? That's not true. But hey, why the rush? He couldn't help but feel bitter. If she knew his face appeared in this position, she would definitely kill him on the spot. Care then continued, a few days ago, a small guerrilla team was ambushed. Except for the female demons, the whole unit was wiped out. According to reports from within the city, they were captured by the Holy Light Sword. Qin Yuan asked, are you saying that Lai Saiki captured the surviving demons? Why would he do that? Exactly. That's why a few days ago I sneaked into the Holy Light Sword's base and found out that he was imprisoning the demons. Moreover, he's been causing trouble for you. I will continue to monitor him for a while longer. Qin Yuan felt a bit grateful towards her. Thank you, Care. That guy seems a bit sensitive to the presence of demons. You need to be careful. Humph, let a newcomer like you worry about me. Oh, did I interrupt something? Then the connection was cut off. The old butler behind him looked surprised. Young Master Qin, what are you doing? Qin Yuan quickly replied, oh, it's nothing, just a normal conversation. Normal? Oh wait, that was the wrong thing to say. 3 days later, at the Wanstone estate, Qin Yuan was grumbling. Wanstone is really showing off. A place this luxurious makes me feel a bit restricted. Elena approached from behind. It's okay. With me here, you don't need to be tense. Qin Yuan casually responded, all right, sounds good. Lai Saiki saw Elena coming and instantly complimented her. Lina, you look beautiful tonight. Yelena graciously replied, "Thank you for the compliment, Lai Saiki. Your presence is also quite impressive tonight." He started rambling. "I don't really like parties like this because it's easy to become the center of attention, but as the Holy Light Sword, I can't turn it down." The group of women behind him were clamoring, "Is that handsome guy from the Holy Light Society? He's so good-looking, just like the center of this party." Hearing this, he felt even more pleased with himself. "Everyone, please don't crowd around me or fall in love with me. My heart can only hold the holy light and justice. But it's embarrassing that the one getting all the attention, the highlight of the event, is Qin Yuan. Can you give me your autograph? Let's dance together. What's your name again?" Countless questions arose from the crowd. This spectacle stirred up feelings of envy and resentment in Lai Seki. Here was that repulsive name again, but no worries, she would soon take back what belonged to her. In the bathroom, Qin Yuan was washing his hands and sighed. "Sometimes having too much charm isn't a good thing. I really should be a little more humble." Care suddenly appeared behind him. "Looks like you know danger is approaching." "Care, why are you here? What danger are you talking about?" She explained the holy light sword that Lai Seki mentioned has gathered evidence from before, and it might be revealed soon. You probably won't be able to hide your succubus identity for much longer. Qin Yuan asked with a hint of dissatisfaction, "Why did you wait until now to tell me something so important?" She signaled that there was no need to worry. "Don't worry, you're an important ally of mine. I've come up with a plan to help you get through this tough challenge." Not only that, but it could also turn the tables on him. Qin Yuan breathed a sigh of relief and said, "That's good to hear." Care seriously handed Qin Yuan another bomb. However, Lai Seki was preparing to check the valuable items that had the breath of the demon race, so he could easily detect your disguise. Qin Yuan looked sadly at Care. "If you're saying that, I guess you have a plan to solve this, right?" Care pulled Qin Yuan into the nearby restroom. "Come with me." "Yes, for the moment, I will absorb the breath of the demon race from you." Qin Yuan was slightly skeptical and asked, "Can that really be absorbed? How will you do that?" Care replied, "Of course, I'll use a vacuum machine powered by rice from the Carrion brand to suck out all the old residue, then replace it with new stuff so it won't be exposed." Qin Yuan fell silent, quietly agreeing with Care's plan. Just then, Lai Saiki walked into the restroom to wash his hands, feeling quite pleased. "Just wait, in a few minutes, I will peel off your true face and we'll see how you handle that." Strange sounds were coming from the bathroom in the back, catching Lai Saiki's attention. He turned and shouted, "Who's in there? Get out here right now." Qin Yuan emerged, clapping his hands as he said, "Mr. Lai Saiki, your plan is truly perfect." Upon seeing Qin Yuan, Lai Saiki's expression instantly soured. He scoffed, "So it's you." "Humph, even if you know, it doesn't matter. I'm going to expose your true self soon anyway." Qin Yuan paused at the door and replied calmly, "Nothing to hide, nothing to fear. On the contrary, Mr. Lai Saiki, you should be a bit more cautious." Inside the room, the Care oil pump secretly wished Qin Yuan good luck, saying, "Now it's all up to you. Don't let me down." During the party, everyone was mingling and chatting happily. The host, Wanstone, began to settle everyone down to proceed with the main topic of the night. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said, "please listen to me for a moment. This time, thanks to Mr. Qin Yuan from the Holy Light Society, my daughter is safe and sound. I want to thank our esteemed leader for attending this party." Lai Saiki seized this opportunity to begin his plan, causing a bit of trouble. Mr. Wanstone asked, "Lord Lai Saiki, is something the matter?" Lai Saiki replied, "I want to tell you all that you have been fooled." He pointed at Qin Yuan and continued, "This Qin Yuan is actually a demon. He sneaked into the Holy Light Society, and he must have some agenda that he can't reveal to others." As a staunch fan of Qin Yuan, Yelena immediately stepped up to protest. "Lai Saiki, are you joking? Qin Yuan has passed the Holy Light staff's trial, clearly showing that he is a kind-hearted believer in the Holy Light. Qin Yuan also started his secret plan. It's fine. Yelena actually want to see just what evidence Mr. Lai Seki has to make such a claim." Lai Seki produced a crystal ball and explained, "Of course, I have solid evidence. This image-retaining crystal shows the scene from that day when you betrayed during the transaction underground." Then, he confidently used the image-retaining crystal and said, "Now I'm going to show everyone the true face of this guy." The scene projected in front of everyone was blinding. One person in the crowd exclaimed, "Oh my, what is this? Why are we being shown this stuff?" Qin Yuan happily teased, "Looks like you're really messed up." Yelena next to him couldn't bear to watch any longer. "Holy light, how twisted is this? It's hard to comprehend." Something fell off. The scene playing out showed him having fun with a female demon, and he was the one getting hit. He shouted in frustration, "What is this? Why is it like this? This isn't right. It must be this guy. What did you do to the image-retained crystal?" Qin Yuan glanced at him as if he were an idiot. What nonsense are you talking about? You clearly chose to show everyone this, but doing this with a demon, do you even deserve to wield the holy light sword? You might as well hand it over to me. Lai Seiki was extremely angry and shouted, "What are you saying?" The voice of the high priest boomed, "All right, we are all followers of the holy light. What kind of reputation do we have if we argue like this? Since things have come to this, I can't just pretend I haven't seen it. While I can't be sure about the authenticity of this scene, the honor of the holy light sword cannot be tarnished like this. Lai Saiki, Qin Yuan, you both should duel right here, and now to see who truly deserves the holy light sword." On the surface, it seemed fair, but everyone understood that this old man was clearly favoring Lai Saiki. Qin Yuan also sensed the bias towards Lai Saiki. This old man is letting the soldier and the pastor fight it out, obviously siding with that guy, he thought. Yi Lane stepped in to defend Qin Yuan, saying, "Your Holiness, I feel this isn't right. Qin Yuan just joined the church not long ago. How could he possibly be a match for Lai Siki?" Qin Yuan showed his pride, responding, "It's fine. I'm willing to accept the challenge from your holiness. I believe the holy light will always stand for justice." All the guests made space for the two to face off. Lai Saiki, acting noble, asked, "Where's your weapon?" "I don't want to fight someone weak without a weapon." Qin Yuan shot him a disdainful look and replied, "It's all right. To deal with a scoundrel like you, the holy light is the best weapon I could have." Lai Seiki charged in first, yelling, "Shut up. The holy light is not something people like you can just throw around." He unleashed his attack, Sacred Light Slash, and Qin Yuan quickly jumped aside to dodge it. Lai Seiki felt pleased. "Humph, the first move was just a feint to make you jump into the air to avoid it. This next move is the real killing blow." Qin Yuan, a clever character himself, suspected as much. He pulled out a glass sphere and activated the holy light jade. The light from his eyes was blinding, temporarily stunning Lai Saiki. Yi Lino was shocked and thought, "Qin Yuan, you've only just joined the church, but you're using that holy light artifact so skillfully." Noticing the other girls nearby weren't shielding their eyes, she reminded them, "Hey, why aren't you closing your eyes? That level of light can really blind you." But one of them responded with a reason that seemed absurd, yet convincing. "I want to close my eyes, but I can't bear to look away from Qin Yuan, even for a second." Is that really true? Yale now was left speechless. Back in the fight, Qin Yuan was gathering his strength. "Now's the time. Wise lend me your power." He then rushed straight at Lai Seiki. With every burst of speed, explosive sounds echoed, and Lai Seiki was struck by the full force of the bull rush, skill along with the shockwaves, sending him flying like a streak of light. Qin Yuan had just finished using his skill when he muttered under his breath, "Wow, my head is spinning, and the rebound is a bit too strong." The dust slowly cleared away due to the aftershocks of the battle. Lai Saiki stepped out from the smoke like a proud figure. He said, "I didn't want you to lose so miserably, but since you've been so unreasonable, I won't hold back any longer." Immediately, Lai Saiki activated his holy armor skill, raising a holy light sword to protect himself. Qin Yuan sensed a dangerous aura. The pressure was truly overwhelming. He wondered, what in the world is this armor? Lai Saiki smugly replied, "Each holy artifact in the 7 sages has a release state that can unleash hidden divine power. I've now stepped into the realm of a god." He then accelerated and lunged at Qin Yuan. Qin Yuan was taken aback, thinking, "So fast. A strike at this speed is impossible to dodge. I have used Smile head-on to deflect it." However, he knew he would still have to take the hit. Blood sprayed from his hand. Realizing the situation was dire, Qin Yuan quickly pulled back. Strangely enough, he found that he couldn't use Smile. Lai Saiki had caught on to the exchange, noticing that you weren't using any evasive maneuvers. "Perhaps you were relying on some skills from the demon race to counter my attacks. But let me tell you, once the holy artifact is unleashed, it may be impossible to control its power. All of your demon skills will become ineffective before me. Prepare to face punishment, filthy demon creature." He unleashed another strike with double the force. Yelena, watching from below, shouted in concern, "Qin Yuan, be careful." In this critical moment, Qin Yuan pulled out a sword and managed to block that terrifying strike. He felt a wave of relief wash over him. He was fortunate that the strength from a replica wouldn't be affected by the holy light. Lai Seiki was even more surprised. "What is that? I've never seen a frozen sword with such strange power before." But he shrugged it off, saying, "In this duel of swordsmanship, you're still no match for me." After exchanging several blows, Qin Yuan felt overwhelmed. It was true, this guy's swordsmanship was incredibly strong and his own physical attributes were quite weak. "I need to come up with a strategy," Qin Yuan thought as he began to provoke his opponent. "Yeah, you're just relying on the holy light sword being stronger than everyone else's weapon, aren't you?" Lai Saiki mocked with a sneer. "Are you saying I depend on weapon strength?" After that, he used his arm to block one of Qin Yuan's sword strikes. Qin Yuan felt a bit flustered and thought, what could possibly block my sword attack like that? Do they really think they can withstand my strikes? Even without my sword, your attack can't even leave a scratch on me. Qin Yuan cursed inwardly. What is going on? This guy's armor really is against the rules. While distracted, Qin Yuan took a punch. Lai Saiki countered the attack. At first, when Qin Yuan struck him, he felt confident, saying, "This is the difference between us. You filthy loser, just accept your fate to me." Qin Yuan was seriously injured and was gasping for breath as he tried to stand up. The system announced, "Charm successful. Earn 110 accumulation points. Earn 130 accumulation points." The girls that Qin Yuan had enchanted were furious, shouting, "Qin Yuan, don't fight that despicable guy anymore. In our hearts, you will always be the true champion." "Yes, yes," they chimed in unison. Hearing this, Lai Saiki above was agitated, saying, "What are you all doing? Clearly, I'm stronger. You should be cheering for me instead." After speaking, he was immediately met with a barrage of criticism. "You only rely on the power of the Holy Light Sword to act arrogantly. Lord Qin Yuan is actually showing leniency because of the church, so he's holding back against you." "That's right, you're the one who's out of line. Even if you win, so what? Qin Yuan is working really hard. Do you even realize that? You're nothing compared to him. Without the Holy Light Sword, you're just a nobody. You're arrogant, self-absorbed, and you've even hurt Qin Yuan." The avalanche of criticism weighed heavily on Lai Saiki. "Stop talking, shut up. Everyone be quiet." Then, his armor suddenly began to dissipate. As the armor fell apart, he realized something. Why was his armor? Qin Yuan smirked slightly. He had indeed guessed correctly. It seemed that showing off to the bystanders was really effective. Lai Saiki wanted to control the power of the Holy Light Sword, and it was likely tied to his unwavering belief in the Holy Light. Right now, Lai Saiki's mental strength was nearly shattered. He simply could not withstand the greater power of the Holy Light Sword. Qin Yuan stood up confidently and said, "Mr. Lai Saiki, I think this match may not need to continue any longer." "What did you say?" After those words, he grabbed the Holy Light Sword and began his attack. "I won't lose to a filthy scum like you." The sound echoed as Lai Saiki's Holy Light Sword was knocked away by something. A blonde girl holding a bow appeared and said, "The Holy Light Sword has abandoned you, Lai Saiki. As a man, don't embarrass yourself like this." Furious, his face twisted in anger, he turned and shouted, "Lucia, you damned witch! I am the one chosen by the Holy Light. How can the Holy Light Sword abandon me?" Suddenly, the Holy Light Sword lit up, flew away, and ultimately landed in Qin Yuan's hands as he summoned it. Qin Yuan, clearly enjoying the moment, began to provoke, "Wow, it's so bright. What's going on here? How does this involve me?" Lai Saiki glared at Qin Yuan, thinking to himself, "How can this be? The Holy Light Sword is now yours." The Grand Priest expressed some dissatisfaction, saying, "Let's end this here. The winner has been decided. Starting today, Qin Yuan will be promoted to one of the 7 sages of Holy Light, holding the Holy Light Sword." Lai Saiki, with his sinister nature, could only endure the humiliation from the Holy Light. "I declare you are expelled from the Holy Light Society." The system announced, "Acquired the Sword of Light, rank 5 stars. Effect 1. When attacking, there's an additional damage attribute against evil creatures, boosting damage by 100%. Effect 2. Grants the Holy Light Armor, which can be transformed into Holy Light Armor when needed, offering great defense but consuming a lot of energy." Qin Yuan soon got to know Lucia. She was Lady Lucia from the Holy Light Bow of the 7 Sages of Holy Light, the one who had just helped him. Lucia was a bit unconventional. She pinned his hands down with her 2 hills and teased him, "If you want to thank me, how about showing a bit of sincerity and coming over to my place tonight?" Yi Lei-na, standing nearby, immediately stepped in to stop her. "Lucia, Qin Yuan just joined the church. He doesn't know everyone yet. Don't mess with him." Lucia provocatively replied, "What's the matter? Are you protecting your meal? Or are you two in a relationship or something?" Yelena blushed and shouted, "No, it's not like that. Qin Yuan and I are just Momo friends." She felt a twinge of disappointment as she said that. "So it turns out Lady Yelena only sees me as a Momo friend," he said with a downcast expression. Feeling challenged by Qin Yuan, Yelena responded, "Well, it's not just friendship, but what do you want me to say?" Qin Yuan smirked and joked, "I'm just kidding around." She angrily retorted, "You little rascal." Lucia stood nearby, thinking about Yelena. It seemed like Yelena was facing some challenges, and Lucia hoped that the man wouldn't let her down. Raising their glasses, Qin Yuan and Ain began to toast. She cheerfully said, "Congratulations on truly becoming the Holy Light Sword. From now on, we can contribute to the Holy Light together. I owe you a debt of gratitude, but is it really okay to drink this much?" Your tolerance for alcohol doesn't seem that great. It's fine, he replied. Since my tolerance is low, all the drinks are mixed by Sebastian. He never prepares strong drinks for me. At Yelena's house, Sebastian had a different perspective. He thought, today, the young lady said there was something big to celebrate, so I specially prepared strong drinks for her. I wonder how this will turn out. It's okay, he continued. After all, we're drinking at home, so even if we get a little tipsy, it shouldn't matter. Mr. Qin Yuan is an upright person. If fortune smiles upon us, maybe next year I can take care of the young master or young mistress. Elena, having drunk too much strong alcohol, was now tipsy to the point of losing control. Let me tell you, she said, I have never been this drunk since I was a child. Qin Yuan was at a loss for words as he looked at her. You've had too much to drink. All right. Let me help you to your bedroom so you can rest. No, you're not stepping into my bedroom. I want to take a shower, so help me to the bathroom. Yelena's alluring voice came from inside the bathroom. Qin Yuan, do you want to shower together? Qin Yuan glanced at the bathroom and hesitantly replied, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Suddenly, a terrified scream from Yelena echoed from the bathroom. Qin Yuan turned sharply. What's going on? Then the bathroom door swung open. Qin Yuan was stunned as she grabbed him by his shirt collar. You've been tricked, she said, kissing Qin Yuan in his shock. Elena was in the bathtub, looking up at him. Honestly, I've made my intentions clear. Now it's your turn. Qin Yuan still protested. Elena, didn't you say that your pure body shouldn't be tainted? You've already received the endorsement of the Holy Light Sword. As the heir of the Holy Light, our union won't cause any pollution. Qin Yuan added, if I were a human but truly part of the demon tribe, would you still love me? Desperate, Yele now replied, then you would be a demon recognized by the Holy Light. If you're the Holy Light, I can walk into paradise with you. If you're an evil demon, I will still enter hell with you. No regrets. Since it's like this, let me test the power of the Holy Light Sword. Qin Yuan initiated combat. As Yelena tasted the forbidden fruit for the first time, she felt blissfully lost. She was enveloped in holy light. The system announced that Yelena's character card was unlocked. Yelena was now a 5-star level with the skill Heavenly Judge. Meanwhile, at Lai Saiki's home, 2 cult members stood guard at the door. When Lai Saiki returned and saw them, he was furious. What are you doing at my door? Let me in. One of the cult members replied with a punch, don't be disrespectful. You've lost your identity as the Holy Light Sword. According to the church's rules, all your possessions belong to the church now. Got it? Lai Saiki sat on the ground like a beaten dog, howling. Are you kidding me? When I was rich, you all surrounded me like dogs. Now do you treat me like this? How much have I sacrificed for the church? Ha! The other person added, now look at the damage you've done to the church's honor. It's already very merciful of them to just kick you out. As night fell, Lai Saiki had nowhere to go and wandered aimlessly. Damn it, just wait. Sooner or later, I will reclaim what I've lost. Suddenly, he spotted 2 men approaching him from a distance. They were 2 strong members of the demon race. Isn't that Holy Light Sword Lai Saiki? One of them asked. Although a bit uneasy, Lai Saiki pushed back, saying, what do you demons want? The 2 men grinned and replied, what do you want? Don't you know in your heart, you've harmed many of my kind, and it's time for you to pay. Hearing this, Lai Saiki turned and ran. Stay away from me. Get lost. But as he turned back, he saw 2 more closing in behind him. He could no longer maintain his previous arrogance and screamed in panic, stay away from me. Don't come any closer. No, don't. His terrified screams echoed all around. The next morning at the home of the wealthy lady Yelena, she continued to sleep, still feeling the lingering effects of her training with Qin Yuan the night before. Care pushed the door open and walked in to meet Qin Yuan. I knew I wasn't mistaken about you. You completed your mission exceptionally well, Qin Yuan said, immediately getting to the main issue. The seal on the Demon King's heart has been broken right. Care closed his eyes to feel. I can sense the Demon King's power rushing toward us. Next, we just need to wait. Hearing this, Qin Yuan felt a weight lift from her heart. If that's the case, then you should break the blood bond on me as well. I don't want anyone else holding my life in their hands. Care held the chain that connected them and calmly replied, I want to break it too, but unfortunately I can't. Qin Yuan's face showed surprise. You can't break it? What do you mean? Are you kidding me? She stepped forward with determination. You foolish child, the blood bond can't be cut. Your fate is tied to mine. This is an honor that many demons would envy, she explained. Qin Yuan's expression turned devious. That's true. If you can use the blood bond to threaten me, then I can use it to kill you, right? With that, Qin Yuan grabbed the connecting chain. The sudden situation made her jump. What do you want to do? Care, I already helped you a lot. Don't you think you should give me something in return? Hearing that, Care felt relieved. I thought it was something else. What do you want? No problem, I'll give you as many chances as you want. Just remember, I'm a succubus. This time is different. This time you have to win me over like a pet, serving me like a slave. Qin Yuan started giving orders. So, what are you waiting for? Kneeling down, the blood-red chain that begins from now on is something you'll have to understand for yourselves. He saw the look on Kair's face and couldn't help but tease her. It seems someone was secretly enjoying this. System notification. Congratulations, a host has unlocked the character card for Kair. Kair's level, strategy, skills, and singing voice of a succubus. It was dark somewhere in the city where two demons were chatting on the street. Remember, even though we humiliated him today, we shouldn't show off. I know, it's just that seeing someone who was once the holy light sword now reduced to a pitiful insect, left at the mercy of others, is hard not to find amusing. Lai Saiki was beaten and lay on the ground, cursing his fate. Damn it! The two demon creatures that had attacked him earlier were suddenly sliced in half by something. Lai Saiki, lying on the ground in shock, wondered what just happened. Then a shadow appeared before him. It was the high priest. With a terrifying expression, he spoke, "My poor child, a holy light has not abandoned you. It only wishes to test you. That is why you have been through so much hardship. I ask you, do you want revenge?" After enduring humiliation for so long, hearing those words felt like a ray of hope for Lai Saiki. Yes, no matter how much I have to suffer, I want to take revenge on Qin Yuan. He has taken everything from me. The high priest saw that he had achieved his goal. Very well, come with me. I have a gift for you. The high priest led Lai Saiki into a spiraling staircase that descended deep into the earth of the church. After what felt like a long journey, they finally arrived. We're here. Before them stood a massive dark blade, emanating a sinister aura as it was embedded in a pedestal. Seeing it, Lai Saiki was stunned, his mouth agape. Is this the heart of the demon lord? A heart embedded right in the sword to serve as its core. The high priest became serious. That's right. Actually, after the demon lord died all those years ago, the church conveniently studied his heart and fused it with his sword. Now the purity of the holy light hammer is gone. After that, I ordered the demon lord's heart to be moved here for the fusion. Now this dark sword possesses the most terrifying power in the world. Lai Saiki was still in shock. Is this the gift you mentioned? But this is the power of the demon race, a power that isn't pure. The high priest then began to reshape Lai Saiki's thinking. Foolish. Power is divided into right or wrong. As long as you can wield it for good, then it is righteous power. Lai Saiki, almost entranced, moved closer to the sword. Yes, that's true. The high priest is right. His face twisted as he looked at the dark sword. I've endured such suffering. I can definitely control the power of this dark sword. Qin Yuan, I want to use it to behead you. Lai Saiki reached for the dark sword. Dark energy surged into his body. It invaded every part of him, making him scream uncontrollably. His back began to contort as if something was trying to break free. A pair of blood-red wings pierced through his flesh, and Lai Saiki screamed in deep, desperate agony. The Grand Priest watched in unrestrained joy as he witnessed this kind of power. Is this the strength of the Demon Lord? To control such immense power means that the glory of the Holy Light Society will surely illuminate the entire world. Suddenly, a streak of light cut through the air, interrupting the Grand Priest's words literally. Fresh blood dripped down from the Grand Priest as he was struck by the demonic sword. Lai Saiki had lost control of the sword's power and had now become the biggest boss in this server. Blood. I need blood. Yulei Na had just woken up and said, "Good morning, Qin Yuan." Qin Yuan looked like a zombie as he replied, "Good morning, Yulei Na." She noticed he looked more haggard than usual, a bit startled, and asked, "What's wrong with you? You look awful." He wearily answered, "It's nothing, just a little insomnia." Suddenly, A rushed in through the door, anxious. This is bad. The Holy Light Society is in trouble. Lai Saiki. The town was now in chaos because of Lai Saiki. Everyone run. That shadow is definitely the Demon Lord. The Demon Lord has appeared again. Help. Lai Saiki stood in the sky and shouted, "Shut up. Silence for me. Become my servants." He took his sword and cut open his palm, letting blood drip everywhere. Countless people below were splattered with his blood and felt a deep discomfort. Finally, those touched by the blood transformed into monstrous beings, frantically biting each other. A lucky child managed to escape the chaos but found herself trapped among the crazed crowd, crying out, "Mommy, oh no, I want my mom." One of the monsters noticed the girl and was about to attack her. Just then, a swift slash echoed as it was cut in half by something. It was Qin Yuan, wielding the holy light sword, who had come to save the girl. He coldly glared at Lai Saiki. Yulei Na arrived just in time. "I'm here, Qin Yuan." "Is that Lai Saiki?" "That's right," Qin Yuan replied. Lai Saiki in the sky began to show off his power. "Qin Yuan, I have now acquired the strength of the Demon King. Your day of death has come." Yelena, you have been deceived by this wicked creature. I acknowledge your abilities. Join me and use the power of the holy light to create a new world. Qin Yuan sneered. You talk about looking down on the demon race, yet you've fallen into the demon path yourself. You really are pathetic. Angered, Lai Saiki responded with force, shouting, "Shut your mouth." A burst of purple light shot from his mouth. Qin Yuan was taken aback by this attack. Its power was incredible. What had this guy been through? He considered dodging the attack, but if he did, the nearby civilians would be in danger. Suddenly, a girl appeared right in front of Qin Yuan. She held a shield and blocked Lai Seiki's attack. She introduced herself. I am Carter, the shield of light from Holy Light, your help. Behind her, Holy Light Bow Lucia and Holy Light Staff Franca had also arrived. Qin Yuan, we're here to assist you, it said. Elena was thrilled to see reinforcements. Great, everyone's here now. Franca attempted to salvage the situation, saying, Lai Saiki, you've been corrupted by the Demon Lord's influence. There's still a chance for you to be saved. Lai Saiki found the situation laughable. He said, you are the ones who don't understand. I offered you all the chance to join me in creating a new world, but you cling to the filthy races of this world. You're truly foolish. He ordered the army behind him. Then you all should just disappear together. On the Qin Yuan side, Lucia took the lead in combat and declared, you're the one who should disappear. A flurry of light burst from her arrows, all striking the monsters charging forward. Franca realized that persuading with words wouldn't work, so she resorted to force. It looks like you can't turn back now. She unleashed a wide-range spell that wiped out a group of soldiers, sending countless bursts of light piercing through the flying dark creatures. Noticing her appearance, it seemed she was one of the 7 sages of Holy Light. Introducing herself, she said, if we're going to fight, let me join the Divine Radiant Force. I'm Vanessa. The final member of the 7 sages of Holy Light had appeared, and with a powerful wind down, she cleared a path. Holy Light Spear, Trosi here, she said, it's quite surprising to find a beastman among the 7 sages of Holy Light. Lai Saiki, observing from above, felt a bit annoyed. Humph, they're all as bothersome as insects. In the blink of an eye, he found himself between the Holy Light Spear and the Divine Radiant Force. Do you really think you're worthy to stand alongside me? With a swift swing of his sword, Lai Saiki rendered both opponents powerless, sending them flying several meters away. They were taken aback by the sheer strength he possessed. This guy had become so powerful, relying solely on the might of the Demon King. Taking the opportunity, Lucia launched an arrow at him, but it was completely ineffective. Lai Saiki effortlessly dodged and caught the arrow barehanded. Seeing this, Lucia was filled with panic. What? You can purify the breath of the demon race yet remain unaffected by the Demon King's power? Now serious, Lai Saiki responded. I've grown tired of your pathetic tricks. Now it's my turn. His power enveloped the entire demon world, spreading rapidly and exploding around him. Yelena, caught in the barrier, silently lamented, is this the legendary barrier? It felt like a suffocating darkness was pressing down on them, making it hard to breathe. Suddenly, they felt uncomfortable, as if their strength was being gradually drained from their bodies. Feeling the surge of power, Lai Saiki was pleased with himself. In the great demon realm, the strength of other races would be diluted by darkness and then provided to the demon race. I don't even need to do anything. They've already died from their drained lifeblood. So that's how it is. I thought to myself, why does the power in my body keep rising? Didn't you say I'm a demon? I almost forgot. Let the wind roar and the storm rage. Qin Yuan unleashed the first breath of the sun, sending a massive fireball toward Lai Saiki, but he sliced it in half while cursing. What a fool. Of course I haven't forgotten. But do you really think a lowly demon soldier like you is the limit of the Demon King's power? Below, Yelena was shocked by the revelation. Qin Yuan is really a demon. Use your life to expand your understanding of the Demon King's strength. Boom! A loud explosion rang out as he released a massive wave of energy from his hands. In this critical moment, Carter raised his shield just in time to block a strike, sending him flying like a star, finally crashing to the ground with Yelena screaming in terror. Carter! Yelena cried out. Carter sat up and signaled, don't worry, I'm not dead yet. Yelena, feeling both anxious and confused, asked, with your shield, being able to block Lai Saiki now is way too dangerous. You just met Qin Yuan, and he's a demon. Why would you? Ko leaned forward and scolded her. You fool. No matter if Qin Yuan is a demon or something else, right now, all I see is him standing in front of me, doing his best to protect the people of this world. So there's really no need to overthink it, isn't that right? Yelena was also shaken while Lai Saiki in the air scoffed. Humph, there are many insects, but in the end, they are just insects. This time, I won't care how many people come here. If you want to resist, then come at me. Yelena shouted from below, Qin Yuan in this barrier, you are the only one with the power to fight back. We will use the connection between the holy light weapons to channel the remaining strength into your holy light sword. Use it to fight. This power is passed down through the holy light sword and is starting to manifest. However, those who don't recognize their limitations, unlike the wise, unleash similar but darker skills. In the darkness of the field, Qin Yuan suddenly erupted, saying, "I have received your strength." A few loud explosions rang out, and smoke filled the sky. In the midst of the dust and smoke, a figure gradually emerged. It was Qin Yuan, who wielded the shield of light to block the incoming attack. Lai Saiki frowned, feeling puzzled. The shield of light, revived by the gathering of holy power, combined the forces of the demon tribe and the power of holy light, and in this instance, it had fully gathered enough energy. Lai Saiki didn't understand and explained, "You're talking nonsense. What kind of strange stuff is this? Are you out of your mind? You don't need to understand, just know that I can clearly feel the power and my body is stronger than ever before." Qin Yuan transformed the shield of light into the holy light spear. Lai Saiki noticed this change and thought about the holy light spear. Qin Yuan then used the skill The Wind is Falling, causing Lai Saiki to lose several health points. What? This shocking reality made him suspicious. Qin Yuan's divine radiant force felt like a manifestation of Yi Tu, expertly shifting from spear to fist. With a powerful punch, Lai Saiki cried out in pain. Unable to endure any longer, Lai Saiki resorted to a delaying tactic. "Stop. Don't try to fight back against me. Right now, I am wielding the power of the Demon Lord." He realized he couldn't take them on alone, so he decided to gang up on them. He declared, "Come out, my minions from Earth, Succubi. Come here." So Qin Yuan, do you have the power to protect everyone on the surface from my minions? Eliminate them for me. Qin Yuan pulled out the holy light staff and looked at him with disdain. He always bragged about his Demon Lord powers, but he could only summon a few weak spells. It was honestly pretty pathetic. The system announced that the holy light spear had a special effect. All psychic skills against evil beings were increased by 100%. The enchanting barrier began to spread with Qin Yuan at its center. The summoned demons started to be purified when they touched the holy light. Qin Yuan turned and said, "Lovely ladies, you don't need to join in anymore. Please feel free to disperse." "Yes, master," the ladies replied. As Qin Yuan began to disperse them, the demons were getting purified. But Lai Saiki Dian screamed, "Damn it, I still have other tricks up my sleeve. You." Seeing him babble so much, Qin Yuan shot an arrow into his hand and said, "Sorry, I don't want your weak tricks wasting my time." Qin Yuan held the holy light hammer and unleashed a powerful strike. The force of his attack sent Lai Saiki soaring into the sky, and then he gathered all his strength for one final blow. The hammer in his hand transformed into a sword, and wings sprouted from his back, representing the demon race. He stood proudly in the sky, ready to take down Lai Saiki with this powerful strike. All the strength of Qin Yuan and the 7 sages of holy light channeled into this one attack. Ruby Divine Sword slashed through the air, a beam of sword light like the sun, heading straight for Lai Saiki. Inside this radiant light, Lai Saiki was burned and continuously disintegrated, ultimately collapsing and falling from the sky. Qin Yuan, exhausted, gasped for breath below. The system notified him. Mission to defeat Lai Saiki completed. Reward, 3,000 accumulated points. Do you want to exit the instance? Lilina joyfully exclaimed, "Qin Yuan did it." Qin Yuan, puzzled, responded, "It's strange that Lai Saiki is dead, but why hasn't the demon realm vanished?" Kerr appeared, explaining his doubts. "I initially thought that finding it would allow us to secure the demon lord's heart, but I had no idea it would activate like this. In this situation, it has exceeded my expectations. With the demon lord's heart in activated state, even I cannot control it. However, it's not entirely without a solution, though it is very dangerous." Qin Yuan felt a bit anxious. "What do you mean? What do we need to do?" Kerr continued, "We need someone with holy light power to seal the demon lord's heart with their own body. But what will happen if we do that?" Qin Yuan realized that the sealing was indeed a possibility. Was Kerr suggesting he should do it? Yelena was also uncertain. "I'm not really sure. Historically, no one has ever tried it. After all, it's very rare to find someone capable of withstanding such immense power in this world." Qin Yuan, deep in thought, outwardly showed that he had completed his task. "Can I withdraw from the instance now?" But seeing the state of those around him, he asked worriedly, "Vanessa, how are you holding up?" Her body seemed to be weakening, and Qin Yuan decided to select no on the prompt. With determination, Qin Yuan walked forward confidently. "So it's the demon lord, right?" He grabbed the demon sword, saying, "I actually want to see how strong you are." This unbearable feeling, the power of the demon lord, was courting him from within. Overwhelmed by the tremendous pressure of that power, Qin Yuan coughed up a mouthful of black blood. Helena looked at him with a pained expression. "Qin Yuan, Franca, standing nearby, urged he's fighting against the demon lord's power within him. We can't help. Care approached the group. No, you can help. In fact, the more the better. We can extract the demon lord's power from his body and share it among ourselves. Let me try first. She began casting a spell, crafting a temporary magical structure. Qin Yuan lay on the bed, struggling in pain against that power. Care stepped forward. All right, let me go first. Yelena felt a bit worried. Even though I don't know who you are, Qin Yuan is very strong. Are you sure you can handle this? Care smiled charmingly. Don't underestimate me. I'm a succubus.